Okay guys, I've talked about the various things that I collect and that I'm interested in over the years. And I think this is one of the few things that I had mentioned, but not very often. I know I made a video not too long ago about this subject, but this is going to be a little bit of a short series about my lava lamp collection. Now, I don't just go around and buy just every little lava lamp that I find. The ones that I have are special ones. They're mostly vintage ones, original from the 1970s, 1980s, you know. But I also do collect some various rarities. So I have, in this first part, I'm going to be talking about all my 52-ounce lamps. So a little bit about these lamps. Each of these lamps is the same size lamp, and every one of them was made by the Lava-Simplex-Scribe Internationale company, or sometimes shortened to Lava-Simplex Internationale, in Chicago, Illinois. And these were their LavaLite series lamps. LavaLite was their sort of sub-brand, I guess. And the Lava-Simplex company was founded by Adolph Werthenheimer and Spector back in 1965, and they manufactured and produced their lamps in Chicago from 1965 all the way up until I think it was 2003 when they finally shipped production to China, where they're made today. Now these were all made in different years, and I'll go over each one individually, but like I said, they're all the same size. They're all slightly different models, though, and I'll go over that as well. But they're all 52. The globes are all the same, so the bases might be different on some of them, but they all have the same exact globe type, which is the 52-ounce size. And that's why these are 52-ounce lamps. So we'll start on this side. This first lamp you see right here is a Century model, Model 100, and this one is actually, this one's kind of a mismatch. The globe is not original to the base. I ordered this lamp off of eBay about a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago, and when I got it, the globe was smashed. It got smashed in shipping, and I was able to save the cap, the coil, and the O-ring, and some of the wax, but I was not able to save anything else. So I happened to find a brand new old stock, never used before, 52-ounce Century Model 100 globe, and I bought that for a very low price actually compared to what these usually sell for. However, this one had a problem. It did not flow when I got it, so I had to replace the master fluid in it. So the wax that you see in there is original from 1974, but the master fluid liquid is not original. This was originally red with amber master fluid, and I colored it as best I could to try to replicate the original. But yeah, the base is in great shape. The the globe is also in great shape. And like I said, the globe was made in 1974. I don't exactly know when the base was made. It was, like I said, from a different lamp. But yeah, this is definitely a good one. And the Century Model 100 was the very first that LavaLite made. It was the original LavaLite. It actually didn't have a name until 1966 when they introduced other models, and then it became the Century Model. It was simply just the LavaLite Model 100 back in 1965 when it was made. And then when other styles were produced, they named it the Century. So next to it right here is a slightly later one. This is a Aristocrat model, and the base on the Aristocrat, well, it used the exact same globe. The base on the Aristocrat is more symmetrical. It's got a thinner seam in the middle here. The bottom half has got its pinholes and the top half doesn't. And this particular one is a model 1102. This is the red clear model. And this one was made in, I believe, the early 80s. I'm actually not exactly sure when. It didn't have a date code. I have the original box of this one, actually. I got this one off of eBay as well, in the original box. The only thing that was wrong with it was the cap was broken, and it was missing its master fluid. So I put some new master fluid in it, and I took the cap from the original bottle to this one that broke, actually, reused the cap, and now I have a working lamp. The cap has a crack in it, though. Just turn that to the side and you can't see it. But yeah, this one still needs a little bit of work. Its flow is kind of sluggish. As you can see, it makes these huge blobs that kind of go up about halfway and then fall back down. So I think this one has a heavier wax, but it does have the original wax, however old this is, wax. So yeah. Then moving on here in the middle, this is a slightly older one. This is a Squiggle Aristocrat model. And as far as I know, these were all just a model 1100. I don't think they had any suffix that indicated the color. But if it was, if it did, the globe would be model 1103, because 03 was the code for green. But this is a sage green wax with a blue master fluid. The wax is original. The master fluid, when I got this lamp, I got this one off a marketplace for about $30, which is a great price. These are so popular on eBay. They sell at a very high price, typically. And I got this one. When I got it, it had the original master fluid, and I ran it for about a week or 2 weeks or so, and upon that period of time, the master fluid had clouded up to like you couldn't even see through it. So I was like, So I just replaced the master fluid. I wasn't going to try and cycle it or filter it or anything. But this is one of my more recent replacements, actually, because this one's wax gave me a lot of issues. I think this one's wax may be on the way out, so I might have to gook it this one. But it has this really nice original sage green wax color, and it's got that porcelainized white base with the gold squiggles on it. And this one does not have pinholes. Some of these had pinholes, some of them didn't. So this one was made in the late 60s, I believe. As far as I know, these were made. I don't think there was a specific time period of when the pinholes were featured and when they weren't. But yeah, so that is the Squiggle Aristocrat. And then this one right here, this was actually the very first one that I got. I got this one several years ago. I want to say about 3 or 4. And this is a regular Aristocrat, just Aristocrat model 1103. This one has the same exact globe color combination as that one, the sage green with the blue master fluid. But this one's got a brass base. And the funny thing is, this one's got a black cap. Now, this one would originally have come with a gold cap, just like on these over here. But this one came with a black cap, and I don't know if the previous owner removed the paint from it, or if that was just a factory defect or something. But the cap, as far as I can tell, is original. This one is dated 1973. It has a sticker inside of the cap. I think it's like September of 1973 or something. And this one, I spent many, many hours trying to fix this one. When I got it, the master fluid was cloudy, though it didn't flow right. I replaced the master fluid several times before getting it right, and the fluid you see in here is a few years old now, and it's still working fine. This is actually one of the best flowing lamps I own. It's got such a fluid, beautiful flow. It throws out several blobs at a time, as you can see here, and it's not even overheated. But this one, yeah, it's got its original 1973 wax, and it's just such a great lamp. I really love this one. And then finally, this one is another Century Model 100, but this one is a slightly older version. If you look at this one, you'll see this one's base is a little bit more gold. It's a little more like, I guess, I want to say a brighter finish of gold. This one's more of a dull gold. It's kind of more brushed, more subtle. And this one is an older model, whereas most of these Centuries have a base that's all one piece and it's just pinched in the middle and crimped for the top cone. This one actually is in 2 pieces. The bottom part houses it's just a stand, and it has the pinholes in it, and the top part is actually like a cylinder that's houses the socket and slides into the bottom piece. And there's holes in that cylinder to allow for the light from the bulb to shine out through the pinholes. But the upper cone is separate from the bottom cone. There are 2 screws on the bottom that you can remove, and the upper cone will pull out to expose the socket and the holes. But this one I also got off of eBay. I'd wanted an early 2-piece base Sentry for a while, and this one when I got it also did not flow. But I fixed that. I replaced the master fluid in this one. And this one has its original red wax, and I'm not sure if this one would have come with amber master fluid or clear master fluid. I think it would have come with clear, because what I think it originally had when I got it was just water. I think somebody replaced it with water. But this one's a very nice flowing lamp as well. I really like it. And this one was made, I want to say, in the late 60s, early 70s. Not exactly sure when, but this one's definitely an earlier one than that one. So yeah, that is the 52-ounce lamps in my collection. All vintage and all still working. So thank you for watching, and more to come.